Coming to us live from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, fresh off of Monday Night Raw and his match with Grande Americano, Javon Evans, and also fresh off. I mean, I feel like since you were announced as a member of the Monday Night Raw roster, I mean, it's out of the frying pan and into the fire. It has been nonstop with you, and I feel like you're also going nonstop. How are you feeling right now?
Right now, I'm sore and I'm hurting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Man, been a crazy couple days. But no, bro, man, I'm blessed, bro. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. Just I didn't think that I was gonna have these opportunities and uh this many eyes and this much attention. I'm sorry. Um, so soon. You feel me? So it's a blessing, bro. I'm honored, man. I'm just having fun out here. I'm trying to.
Yeah, I saw on your way to the ring tonight, you were embracing the fans like always, but also
Oh
like
yeah.
but then they try to, I mean, you get overly familiar. They try to hug you, and then you're like grabbing your ribs, like relax, relax. That's tender. That's a tender area.
Yeah, they don't know. You feel me? But they just get excited, dog. Like I remember being a kid and being in the nosebleeds and wishing I was on the floor seats. You feel me? So every time I get an opportunity to have fun with the fans, no matter how I'm feeling, you feel me? I try to have fun with them, dog. You feel me?
I mean, what's it like for you when you get into the Royal Rumble? Before we get to tonight, when you're there and you're in Riyadh and it's the Royal Rumble, which anybody that grows up a wrestling fan, you know what I mean? There's two shows. There's the Royal Rumble and there's WrestleMania. Like that's it. And not only are
Yep.
you in this thing, but you find yourself looking across from guys that you were, I mean, seemingly just with in the performance center, guys like Trick Williams and Oba Femi, and all of a sudden, all of you guys are on this massive, massive stage, all with the opportunity to show now the world what you started in NXT. How special was it to be in the ring in the Royal Rumble with those guys in particular?
Oh, it was great. Um, putting our differences aside, it was just I don't know, bro. I feel like it was like a magical moment. I don't know, bro. Like I feel like just being there and like seeing how we all evolved. You feel me? And realizing like, yo, just a couple weeks back, we was killing it on NXT, and now we have the opportunity to kill it here on Raw. Like it's and SmackDown, and whatever PLEs come up next. You know what I mean? We going crazy. So, but it was crazy just to have that moment with two of my bros. For real.
And I love that you're still repping NXT. You're wearing the penny out. We've seen that has NXT and 6-7 on it. Now I have to ask. Sam told me earlier that 6-7's done. Is it done?
I feel like it's just if you know, you know. You feel me? Sometimes I'm feeling it. I'm like, hey, 6-7. Sometimes I get a little mad, and they're like, hey, sometimes you gotta back up off the 6-7. But
That makes
I
sense.
feel like it's always gonna be a thing because I feel like later years down the road, I'm gonna be like 35, and I'm just gonna be like, and then the crowd's gonna go crazy. So
Yeah.
I believe in it. Just give it some time. Give it a little process. You know what I mean?
People will be calling you Unk when you're doing that at 35.
I know. I'm not even ready for that.
No. I mean, so when you're in this Royal Rumble match, because the thing about you is that I feel like when you're on the offense, you're making moments, right? Whether it's getting in there and doing these moves that honestly nobody should be doing in a Royal Rumble. I felt like there was multiple times that I was like, oh, he's just trying to jump off ropes and he's out of this match, and somehow you saved yourself, like jumping over Oba to attack Trick Williams. But at the same time, as I'm sure difficult as it is for you, man, there is something about watching Jacob Fatu launch you 15 feet into the air and then catch you with a Samoan drop. When you are on the ground and you're feeling every bit of that, is there any part of you that's like, yeah, but that was also a moment?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. I feel like sometimes I'm just too bouncy for my own good. You know, you know. So sometimes, you know, I try to get involved in other people's business, and I end up finding there. but it was great, dog. You feel me? Like just being in that atmosphere, you know, having the opportunity to at least try something on Jacob. You feel me? I remember like hitting the ground, and I was like, "Yo, this hurts. It's painful, but it's fire, though." You know what I mean? Right? It was great, bro.
I would say the same thing, and I hope people understand that too. I would say the same thing. All of us that have been watching NXT, we know there was a moment when Randy Orton came over to NXT, and he had that match with you, and there was the one move that we were waiting for, and it just didn't hit quite perfectly. You found it, but it wasn't quite that one moment.
Yeah.
And Randy was right there waiting for you in the Rumble, and you guys hit it perfectly. Unfortunately, again, with you on the receiving end of it, but I'm sure that when the butterflies stopped floating around your head and you figured out where you were, I mean, you know, you're on the RKO highlight reel now.
Yeah, you know, hey, I appreciate that. No, bro. Yeah, no, I was so messed up about that moment with me and Randy, our first match. You know, it took me actually a couple of days to rewatch the match back. You feel me? Because I was just so embarrassed about it. But bro, sometimes we gotta show the fans that like this is real, bro. You know what I mean? Like no matter what anybody says, no matter what we do, no matter what we say, bro, it's just like dang, like anything can happen. I can get hurt, I can mess up a move, bro. Like everything's not gonna be perfect. You know what I mean? So, but at the end of the day, we did it. You feel me?
But I do, and
I'm sorry.
I also love that, like, not only do you have that philosophy about it, which is really healthy and really good, but you're like, there's a moment to do it again. And there's a lot more eyeballs on us this time. And if it doesn't pan out, you know, the way it didn't pan out in NXT, there's a lot more people that are going to notice this time. But we got to do it. We have to do it. And the fact that you went back when the stakes were even higher and said, yeah, this time. I mean, I think it speaks to you as a performer. I think it speaks to you as a wrestler. I think it's I think it's a really good thing.
For sure.
I appreciate that. Yeah, you know, sometimes you gotta take chances and see what happens, and that's what I did. And mission accomplished.
Javon, you were in the Rumble for like 48 plus minutes. And, you know, as someone who grew up a wrestling fan, you were talking earlier how you were up way in the stands. Was there a moment when you were in the Rumble just looking around like, oh my gosh, not only am I here, but I'm still here 48 minutes later?
Oh, yeah. Honestly, not gonna lie. When Brock Lesnar came in the ring, I was such like, because everyone I was in the ring with, I honestly grew up watching. So like whole time I'm taking all these moves, like, dang, this hurts, bro. But I just took a German suplex in the F5 from Brock Lesnar, bro. Like, you feel me? But that moment, like me getting scooped up by Brock Lesnar, in my head I was like, all right, Brock is strong. I can't get out of this one. All right, but I'm about to take an F5. And it's about to be wonderful, you know? So, bro, you just gotta be grateful, man. I'm just grateful that I had the opportunity and grateful that I stayed in the ring for such a long time. You feel me? Just to be in the ring with GOATs.
Yeah, I gotta take note. I don't know. You might need to like teach a master's class or put out one of those self-help books. Because I'm telling you right now, I don't know many pro wrestling fans that are bigger wrestling fans than me. But at the same time, if I was looking at Brock Lesnar about to German suplex me, I would run as far away as humanly possible.
Well,
you're built different.
I tried. But like I said, sometimes, man, I just try to involve myself in other people's business. And, I tried walking up to him. And once I was in that position of the suplex of the German, you can't get out of that.
Yeah.
So you just got to accept your fate. You feel me?
Well, listen,
I mean, great.
And you made up for it tonight on Raw. I mean, I can't imagine the scenario where you're sitting there, you're in this match with Grande Americano. There's two other Americanos on the outside of the ring. Then another Americano shows up and distracts the other Americanos, and you've got to keep track of all of these weirdo luchadors that have no history and figure out who's who and who's the opponent and who you should be concentrating on. And you got to win. You got to dub in Philly. I mean, coming off of the trip to Riyadh, straight to Philly, to Monday Night Raw, to Grande Americano, it's got to feel like, is the dust kind of settling on what this weekend has been?
For sure. I know when I go home, I'm going to be on the couch, playing the game, and I'm like, dang, like, I really just did that. You feel me? Like, yeah, man, it's wonderful, bro. I'm blessed, bro. That's it. You feel me?
Yeah. Well, Javon, man, I mean, we are absolutely loving everything that you have going on right now. Congratulations.
Yeah.
I mean, the start of this year, you're a month in, dude. You are a month into 2026, and you're already like, you already have the Instagram carousel for the year in review. Like, you're good, dude. Yeah. It's all gravy after this. So congratulations. Do you have any, and I know that I think you've said before, you're, and you have this luxury of being at such a young age that, like, you can take things as they come and you shouldn't be in a rush for anything. Do you, now that you've competed incredibly well in a Royal Rumble and you made the trip all the way out there and, like, you've made this name for yourself, do you have any inkling as something you might like to do? I don't even want to say it out loud, on what could be your first WrestleMania.
Ooh.
Man. All right, sorry, I'm not gonna lie. I'm Matt Young. What does inkling mean? I'm sorry, I was confused. I'm like, he said inkling.
No,
I'm like thinking,
good.
I'm like, yeah.
it's all good. Inkling, like, do you have any inkling, any thought, any sort of like the smallest thought? Not that you're saying this is going to happen, but just this sort of like, I have a feeling, like, I got this inkling. I think this is going to be good.
Oh man, I think just being a part of WrestleMania would be insane.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of goals that I want to accomplish, and one of those goals is to beat Randy Orton's record. You feel me? Be the youngest world heavyweight champion.
There it is.
I love that.
I feel like that's something that I'm grinding for. I think I have he won it at 24, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was 24. I turned 22 in April. So I got more than 2 years. So let's grind for that goal straight like that.
Well, April what? Do you mind me asking?
Oh yeah, April 29th.
Oh my God. So that's great that the birthday is late in April, because that's going to give you an extra WrestleMania. That's going to give you extra time to hit that goal.
Exactly.
3 more WrestleManias until?
Yeah. Just about.
I think so.
Oh
my gosh.
Oh, I hope we see that.
And like,
let's
only
see what happens.
I mean, I think about this, man. Your goals are increasing. Your catalog of everything you've done in the WWE is increasing, and your vocabulary after the word inkling is increasing.
You are absolutely right.
Javon, thank you so much, man. You're the man, and we appreciate it.
I appreciate y'all for having me.